Hello there, greetings. Thank you for joining us for tonight's message or connection, however you want to word it. Google's in the background. Okay, Google, shut down. Oh, it's hidden. I'm wondering. Anyway. All right, for tonight's connection, I was going to go into the angelic realms. I was going to do that yesterday, but I got off track. So, seems to be something need to be known. So, basically, just be a channel message. Most likely be conscious connection, because sometimes I do. I will bring in. Well, I'll bring in somebody, but usually that tires me out. I'm already kind of on the. I'm trying to get better, so I'm trying to do as few connections as possible. Well, I'm getting better. It's getting there. As you can see, I'm still talking and not coughing, so of course a little bit more earlier. So it is getting better, but yeah, my energy is kind of up and down. So for those that are new to all this is ivantower.com. As we have private sessions open most of this week, as far as I know. So you can find it here, and you have Google Hangouts, Skype, Zoom, and channeling by phone. Find the schedule here. I also have, I can visit the shop. This is a quick answer, 1 to 5 days, hopefully, or 7 days, or 10 days. I try to do as quickly as possible. I'm getting better, but I think I'm at Sunday right now. So now I'm going as quickly as I can. We also have, I'm going to show this first. We also have oracle cards that you can find on the main page. And right here. So this link will take you here. And I believe you can just purchase one. You don't have to purchase all of this. They make life complicated, as you can see. So yeah. Anyway, for the most part, this store is okay. It does take a while for shipping. Also have Teller Studios. And we have updated the image for Jake. I don't know if this takes you over or not. Yeah. So we have the second, and this will take you to Amazon page. Also have Teller Studios with you can read online and purchase through Amazon. There is a Kindle available, but you have to hunt for it because they haven't added it to. I guess it takes a while. It should be here. Here's a Kindle version of it. And he's on Twitter. Of course, I didn't post the links for that, but either way, Adventures of a Rabbit in Hawaii. So this is Spirit Social. We have submit a question, healing, past life regression, message from Yeshua, channel consulting, 5-minute healing. And also we have other ways to purchase a session. There's spiritual connections, one question for a day, chakra healing from a day, soul painting from Stephanie, angelic breaking from Miguel. We also have new add-ons. You have crystalline body healing from Nick. Ask a question from, I'm not sure if I would pronounce his name right, Yoslum. And Angel Tarot card reading by Yoslum. Also, I believe he's looking for 3 questions here. So it's somebody new, and I'll get a biography on him eventually to know more about him, or you try him out. It's all how you feel, if you're comfortable, whoever you're comfortable with. So that's about it. Thank you for your support. This is what keeps the operation going. Keeps uploading daily. I'm not sure for how long it's been, but it's been a long time. I had to pause during a hurricane, but I've been uploading pretty much daily. Maybe it's a short one, maybe it's a long one. Depends. So trying to help out anybody out there. Oh yeah, that's right. I was going to name this. Maybe I should write this down. Oh yeah. Let's do that. Just so I'll forget. end of the world and economic collapse. I spell that anyway. Yeah, I'm not good for spelling. And the angelic realms. I can't even spell that. That's not going too well. Okay. Reason being, new year, new end of the world predictions. All right, can't wait. I don't see any of that, of course, but if there's any coming up, I'll make sure you're all first to know. Jeez. And also the economic collapse. I'm not seeing that either. Some are worried about the Federal Reserve running out of money or something along those lines. They seem to run anyway. So I'm not seeing that either. I believe that just the economy will actually get better. I think it already is. It's going to improve probably. Was it February? Yeah, because they did a lot of tax stuff recently. So I'm going to get more paycheck or like what 10 more cents in your paycheck or something like that. But either way, no, it's something. So I believe things are going to a more positive direction. Mainstream media is still, under, I don't know. Apparently, people still pay attention to that because they're not ready to let go of the mind control, as you can tell. Eventually, it's going to collapse through the bottom until people are ready for that. So when people are ready to let it go, I think it's going to start to implode. But it's alive and well, sort of. Like Fox sold their movie, another propaganda channel, to Disney. That's all propaganda. So they can focus on so Fox can do more of their propaganda, focus on the propaganda because of all the scandals that are going on. Now, what was it? I don't know if I mentioned this before. I don't remember. NBC had Matt Lauer, if I'm saying that right. Now they're covering that up, what he was doing, his sexual whatever he's doing. I understand they're covering all that up. What else are they covering up? Quite a bit. Of course, people are cool with it. Oh, no problem. It's fine. This is not propaganda. This is not CIA ran. Not at all. We're just no. So, and Fox has their CEO was like a Harvey Weinstein, probably worse. Maybe not. Well, he's still bad. Of course, he died. Might as well. Got nothing else to do. Can't play around. I bet Harvey wishes he can die. But who knows? Roger might have just took a suicide pill. Who knows? But Roger Ailes, the CEO of Fox News, turned it to the behemoth that it is. And it's propaganda machine also that kept him quiet for what he was doing. Bill O'Reilly kept him quiet too. So what else did they keep him quiet? Pretty much everything. It's all CIA ran, most likely. Different divisions of CIA and the movie studios also to a certain degree. I think it's more propaganda than ever before. Now, how strong is that going to last? Like, I don't know. It depends on the human race. I mean, at least Americans, are you guys going to wake up? Probably not. Well, they get angry and go nowhere with it, so that's okay. But then they go into another branch of propaganda. So this is all about the news, isn't it? Didn't mean to go in that direction. Well, anyway, it's when people are ready to let go of this stuff. That's when it'll go away. School system, when they're ready to let go of, it's all just CIA warfare on us. Keep us away from our spiritual direction, who we are. It's all done by reptilians. Recently, I had a visit by a reptilian. Wasn't very friendly. I didn't pay much attention to him, but I could feel he was like kind of pissed off. And yeah. So I mean, astral. I don't know what's going on in astral. I'm trying to get better, but there wasn't a battle. They're going to continue. It's basically it's more if you don't care. I mean, let's put it this way: if you don't. Yeah, telling the truth, saying what's out, how it is. Yeah, it might hurt you in the pocketbook, And trust me, it has probably compared to me to others. I mean, I'm called negative and called whatever. It's because whatever, it doesn't matter. But anyway, some people don't want to hear it. That's fine. But the truth is, yes, there's reptilian energies here. There's Pleiadian and Syrian that don't particularly like us. Of course, there's other reptilian, Pleiadian, and Syrians that do like us. If we want to be here, if it wasn't for them. But the negative are going to lose eventually. Now, when human race becomes more aware of this stuff that's here, it's bravery. You can call it that. It is. It's just the hell with it. Because the more you want it to come, I believe the more you want it to see it, more people like that. It becomes more part of conversation. Who aren't scared of it, the more you'll start to see it. Yeah, the more it goes into conversation. Instead, without the fear, there's going to be fear, obviously. But like with David Icke, and he talks about the reptilians, that's really good. But of course, that's like, that's only one side of the pie. What about the nice ones? And there's plenty of them here. Of course, it might be a little bit scary looking. Yeah. But that's just basically visualize our animals that are here and visualize them as humanoid aliens. And there you go. Even the little cats, little kittens, they have aliens that look like them. Call those over. So, as for the kitten aliens, I'm serious. But yeah, more. All of them are connected to some kind of alien of some kind. Manta's giving us driving directions. I imagine they're going to be part of our flying cars and all of that once we get our act together. An influx of technology will eventually come in our society to help us awaken too. It's always going to be bad, obviously. It's always going to be good. It's what you want to choose from. Even like pornography, I imagine there's a positive side to that somewhere. It's not all negative. Again, it's just the way. It's like too much of anything can drive you, nuts. As for technology, I mean, obviously the phone is used for communication, so obviously you're going to be connected to that a lot. Eventually, telepathy and other abilities will open up over time. It's just basically, like the human race, like getting over itself, basically. But it has to be delivered in a way where it's understood. It takes time. Not something that's going to happen overnight. Something's going to happen over hundreds and hundreds of years of, because it's not, we've been in the dark side for such a long time. It's not something you just let go over. It's not you snap your finger. It works, yes. That's a small percent. Yeah, it's a small. I mean, the propaganda that's here, it is understandable why people go into some kind of negativity. Because it's everywhere. I mean, it's hard to get away from, like an astral. You wake up kind of like, I'm ready to kick somebody's ass. It's just, but you can clear that. But sometimes you gotta just let it, let it out, It's just stuff that's going on here that's just out of your control, and it becomes aggravating. You want peace for everyone, and not everybody wants peace, and yada, yada, yada. So, of course, in the spiritual connection communities, might not always agree with everybody. Understandable there. You can't, of course, the ones that look a little bit more occult-like that's where you get kind of, well, you gotta learn somehow. But yeah, when you get into the occult stuff, it gets kind of not good. So, well, you gotta learn somehow, I guess. Okay, all right. Economic, end of the world. Economy. I think it'll be all right. It's gonna, it's not gonna be perfect, but I think it's gonna get better. Actually, I don't see economic collapse. The only reason I'm gonna put in the title is because It's just some are just 2008 economic collapse is like, seriously, we just got into the year and you're already like shouting that out there. Jeez. It's like, come on, man. Can you people just relax a little bit and just, I mean, I know a lot of people put this stuff out there because I want to be right. I want to be right. I want everybody to love me. I want to buy my books, whatever. It's like, come on. It just gets kind of overkill, you know? Just putting that out there. It's not right. But something to project their, you know, what their feeling is. But some have been talking about economic collapse in 2016, and we're still here. So I would just relax all that. At least from my perspective, don't worry about it. Things are going to get better. Investments, Bitcoin is going to get better. Everything's going to get better. It's not going to be perfect, obviously. Economy is going to be, you know, there are certain areas where, yeah, it's going to collapse in certain areas. And others will get better. As for the robot apocalypse, yeah, that's going to be a problem. But we're so far from that. Like Amazon's kind of testing that already. They're treating their people like robots, unfortunately. I believe they will. They're being forced, I believe, to get better with that. But still, I mean, obviously the wages aren't exactly the best, but they are treating their people. I mean, they give them. I mean, you got to constantly at those warehouses. You got to constantly move. Like, it's crazy. It's like, I mean, I understand to give them like a certain amount to a reasonable amount to package or whatever they're doing. But man, they're treating people like nobody's perfect. It does have a lot of positives to Amazon. It has a lot of growing pains. So, and the economics of it, I don't think it's totally bad. It's just it got areas of improvement, obviously. Yeah, it's money crunching and all that's not perfect, but you know, but it is a sign of robotics. That's like the biggest sign of robotics coming. Of course, the auto industry also. But robotics are going to truly come in. And so economy is going to go, I believe we'll survive it. It's hard to say right now, but I believe we will. It's still got a long ways to go, but it will become more part of our society. As for how, I mean, possibly, now this will freak people out, but like at Walmart, I wouldn't be surprised they're not working on something now. We have like a little robot assistants going around. It's going to freak people out, but eventually that's going to become the norm. It's like anything, like the car was probably freaking people out when that first came out. So I imagine robots are going to become part of our society when they're ready. We're getting there. I don't know, maybe another 10, 20 years, or maybe sooner than that. I don't know, but we're getting there. I would say, like, of course, for liabilities, like with a robot riding over somebody's feet. I see it on wheels. I see it moving around like on a track. Or, I mean, at least the wheels are like track-like, but they go around the floor, I imagine. Imagine they're testing something like that. So I think they're doing that at the Amazon warehouses already have something like that. So, of course, when you have customers and a robot, and you know, people like say, "Yeah, I'll get a lawsuit, just put my feet on." So, obviously, there's stuff there, but I imagine it's going to become more of the norm eventually. It's going to scare people at the beginning. That's normal. But I imagine it will find its way in, I don't know, maybe 10, 20 years, maybe sooner. Obviously, they're testing it somewhere. Walmart has got to be number one for that. Amazon, of course, is doing things. They don't have physical stores. They have whatever, whatever it was called. I forgot. Whole Foods. So, all right. I just want to go into those couple of things. I don't want to hit the economics that much, but Bitcoin is going to get better. Everything's going to get better. Obviously, the president putting his foot in his mouth a lot, but you don't realize, I guess that was a private conversation the president was having, and then someone leaked it out. So it's like, you know, private, you know, talking about Africa, and, you know, but things will change eventually. As for those being hostile environments. Of course, that is a lot of Illuminati energies there, of course. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'll have to add this to the title. I got a lot of stuff to add to the title. Okay, I might be condensing the title. Forgot about that. I was going to talk about the Illuminati wedding. The Illuminati wedding that is going to be in London with Prince Harry and Meghan. That is, I guess Trump's not going to go. What's the point? Yeah, it's, let's see, what am I getting from that? I'm not sure why anybody would want to go to that. I mean, I imagine they're nice people, but when you look at the dictatorship that's behind it, it's like, I mean, I know it's great and everything. I don't know. I don't know. The royal family just gives me the chills. I just don't, when you see the creature that's hiding behind it all, it's spooky. I guess one of like a decorator, like a clothing, somebody did clothing for the royals, signed a non-disclosure. This is why we get no information on any of that. And apparently they said something they shouldn't have, so they lost the account for the royals, and now they're all devastated and everything. So, Queen the Royal behind and stuff like that. Just, I don't know. I just can't sit with those people. Oh no! I mean, if there's a side of the Queen I connect to, I don't think it's a very friendly side of it, because I see her as like a creature. Just to let you know, at least that's the side I see. So yeah, I see her as a creature. I can see that. Yeah, she's not friendly. She's that's her choice. She's been in the royal family before, and that, of course, have been different families. I don't know the whole story of it, but either way, she's been in the royal family before. So I don't think she's been queen before. Obviously not. I believe she learned a lot from Queen Elizabeth. Of course, a lot of what they say about her is not true, but I believe Queen Elizabeth, I see a lot more positivity. That's strange. Around her, I do. Let's see what's going on now. Things have gotten more sophisticated. They got more greedy. At least the Rothschild energy behind it has gotten a lot more. Now they can control the world better than they could in the past. They could before, but now I think they're really, I'm not sure the Rothschilds are really that much in charge. I think it was another family during that time. So imagine the Rothschilds are somewhere, but you got more sophisticated over time, obviously. So we're going to the angelic realms. As for, let's see here. Yeah, it's best if I do a conscious connection, because if I bring somebody in, Ivan wears out. So wears out my batteries way quicker. Let's see. What am I getting? Now, the way I look at it, I ever see it, it's like higher astral, you can call it. It's a place of peace. There's other areas of astral that are not very peaceful, which is actually more fun. But what I'm seeing is spirit is above, I would say it's above astral altogether, or it's in a more positive side of it. Let's put it that way. It's where business is done. It's where reincarnation processes are done. It's just a place where there's no fear. Go in there, because astral, it can be the Wild West at times. So, well, I see spirit. Not everybody might see it differently. Like with spirit, I see also, the way I see it is like this world has its own spirit world. Jupiter does, Mars, Palladium. Everyone has their own. They're all connected, but they all have their own like little welcome, their own little area, or wherever, however you want to look at it. That's the way I see it, at least. This is my perspective of it. Obviously, I don't remember anything in my dream state. I remember strange things. I forgot what last night was. I don't remember some things, not much. I did remember, I'm not going to go into names, because it's somebody on YouTube that goes to Disney World, and it's like an old guy goes, it's kind of weird. It's all in good nature, though. goes and rides the rides and stuff. And I had a dream of this person pretty heavily. He must have found my videos of me just, channeling aliens at Disney World. And apparently, I'm not sure that went too well. Anyway, I didn't see my view count up that much. So it was weird. I might go into that more detail later. I'm still kind of processing it. I'll go into it later because I never thought I'd ever have a dream of this person. It's like, God, it wasn't just one; it was two. So I'm not sure if they're too keen on what I was doing, but anyway, it's funny. Yeah, I normally don't dream about Disney either. No. So that was kind of funny. So the whole point of it was to get people's attention. It's not doing that. I mean, it's not. It was the idea for going to these parks was to get Disney lovers to see it. Of course, I mean, not pleased what they're seeing, but you never know. But some of those Disney videos on other channels get like 20,000 views, 30,000. I get like maybe 100 or 200, which I'm not complaining about. But that's a lot lower than what these other guys. So obviously YouTube is downgrading me as much as they can. So yeah, I'm on the downgrade button for sure. But you think with a Disney video, it would somehow find somebody, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, if you're wondering why I do that, I have more of an idea. An update. Anyway, it's an advertisement. It's fun too. It's going against materialism and all that. Eventually, those parks will be changed. I see spiritual centers. I do see eventually, if they still exist. You look at whole different people go there to connect more to themselves. I wouldn't say Buddhist or anything like that, but I believe so over time. Materialism right now, and then it'll turn to more spiritual connection. So that's what I'm saying. And nothing with judgment or anything. It's just a gathering. That's what I see. Beyond my time here. But I do see it as a gathering in the future, for sure. Probably a lot of stuff will be changed, but who knows? Or maybe done somewhere else. But I think that even there it will be. Healing the past. It's like going to, like a Civil War area. It's like healing souls that are stuck here. I'm serious. Stuck in materialism. I can see that. I see people go. I don't watch people, but I can feel the energy. Some people go to try to figure out how to be human. Oh, that person's buying that. I got to go buy that. Go buy that. This is what you do to be human. This is what you do. I'm serious. I feel that. And these are adults doing it. Kids do it too, but adults are doing that. Anyway, it's all right. It's all part of the process. Okay. Sorry about that. As for the angelic realms, what I am seeing is, obviously everybody has their own version of it. There's no judgments. What I've been picking up on is, the more you're connected to you have no fear, basically. You have no fear of going to the other side. You know that you connect to your guides. You don't have to be perfect with it. But you just have a realization that everything will be fine. Like if you're on a deathbed, I believe during your time before you leave, you will feel more of a presence around you. That everything's going to be all right, and it's different for everybody. But I believe you'll feel. Trust me, I'm not leaving anytime soon. I think I already got that. So everybody's wondering about that. Trust me, I'm gonna live forever. Jeez. I think it's okay. Hopefully I'll be all right. But the more you just you're okay with yourself and spirit, and realize also, some are just curious, and just when they're ready to cross over, it's like it's okay to come to the light, or I believe it's like stepping into another door. It's that simple. And others like, I'll go take a look around. And then you get stuck. Sometimes there are false lights, but I think if you're aware of that, let's put it this way: with a false light, if you don't feel comfortable with it, it's probably a false light. If you feel anything that's not comfortable, I would follow that. Yeah. If you feel like, because the light to the other side is just, obviously, many of us have been here a lot, have died many times. So a lot of us have been lost before. And it's not the end of the world, I don't think. It's not easy, but, you didn't come here to have it easy either. So I believe the more fear that you'll get lost, the more likely it'll happen. So I'm going to not fear and just have confidence everything will be fine. Just have confidence. I mean, just not worry about it. And just know that everything will be okay. Now, because the light to go, I mean, I believe it's a light. Now, some people have, now I understand I'm going by what I know. Some people have what's the light, where is that coming to be? Great. That, now I'm really lost. When they're midwife, what, I forget what the word is. Anyway, they're about to die. They freeze, and I can't think of the word for anything. They freeze, and like if they're out in the cold, they freeze, and then they see all these, they see a spirit, or they walk into the realm, on the other side. So it's not time for you yet. God, the word is not coming to me. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm talking about. I'm kind of getting my mind lost here as I think about this. But there's different ways of crossing over. Reason I got lost in thought pattern also is a friend of mine told me this a while ago. It's spooky a little bit. Somebody was driving very fast on the interstate, got in a wreck, and they're outside their body. They see themselves dead, and they're freaking out. It's like, I shouldn't have been going that fast. And the psychic person I was talking to, or told me about this, that person that was dead was looking, they looked at him and they wouldn't leave him alone. He got lost. So, like, sudden impacts like that. Yeah, when you see a body, in the street, yeah, most likely their soul is wandering around. Some cross over easily, depending. Now, understand, if you're speeding at 100 miles an hour and a 35, or your chance of being connected to spirit isn't very high. Because you wouldn't be doing that. Then again, maybe you would. Maybe that's another way of crossing over. But of course, planning, that's more like suicide, so I don't recommend it. But, people make stupid choices all the time. That's how you learn. There's no judgment, just the way how you learn. So, yeah, I think I got lost in some of my thought patterns. But either way, when you cross, for crossing over to angelic realms, though, the way I feel is this: there's no judgment. It's all unconditional love, and it's just there, and everything's okay. You feel it's like I would feel like a chamber, or more than that, it's huge from what I feel. I haven't seen it, but maybe I'll see it tonight. I doubt it. But I believe it's either way, it's very peaceful and welcoming, and some do get scared and go somewhere else, which I don't recommend. I believe the first light you reach, the first door, you're fine. And some get spooked and go somewhere they probably shouldn't be going. Well, it's all part of soul expansion. Well, you're about to explore. No, probably maybe others have seen something different, or it was already a false light. I imagine that, but for most cases, it's not likely. I don't think they're that powerful. But false light meaning you already know who's there, basically. It's like you don't feel anything odd. You feel fine anyway. Follow your own path, whatever is right for you. Some people might be saying, I'm just a disinfo agent. Either way, I would say don't worry about it. You'll be fine. But most aren't connected to their spirit self, and anything's possible. Most of the time, though, I believe you're going to the right place. You're fine. I had a grandmother crossover. I believe she crossed over fine. It took her some time, but she knew where she was going. So it's time to go, she kept saying, and she made it okay. I believe so. My father, on the other hand, I mentioned yesterday, I think is in a better place after Yeshua's assistant. I haven't really put a whole lot of thought into it. I just put the intentions out that there's no reason for you to suffer like this. I'm not putting any judgment towards you. You're not perfect. I'm definitely, past is the past. And from what I gather from it, he had some kind of affair that got known in the family. I think it was like several of them. And the affair on the family, kind of like all love for him, kind of like out the door. So when he crossed, nobody cared. And so that's what I'm getting from it. So imagine that's quite the norm out there. So either way, I've been helping him cross over. I understand somebody I've never met. But other people have been connecting to him. So when I'm connecting to him, it's weird, but it's like, I never knew the guy, but yet I connected to him in spirit. Anyway, it's helping me, I'm helping him. And the last thing I want is, need a soul. And it's interesting feeling, basically the process of it is, basically he's just had a lot of gray energy, lower energy, not good stuff. You can say even through a negative entity at me just to get my attention. Yeah. Maybe a couple of them, actually. Either way. Well, let me tell you, it was a good lesson. I know that world, it's not friendly, but let me tell you, the amount of knowledge you receive from that, I don't recommend people going into that world, but it's fascinating. I give it that. You do learn a lot. And fear in our society is unbelievable. It's just, fear has taken over humanity. And you can say reptilians and their lower beings, and they learn from us. It's just insane. But as for the Father, basically I just send light to him. And positive energies, no judgment energies, obviously. Ask Yeshua to bring assistance, angels. And basically I told him, telepathy-wise, that I'm going to send you to the angelic realms. And he's been okay with it. When you send, it's like, I'm going to send you light, but screw you. I don't think it helps much. Because they get hit by that. Your thoughts hit them. It's like, whoa. And any negative thought hits them really hard. And it really affects them, like it affects us. I think it hits them harder, actually, when you're in a dark space. Basically, I felt, he's been a lower astral for a long time. Maybe 5-10 years, something like that. Just wandering around, having nothing but pain, and probably not so friendly beings. Reptilians like to play games with people. Okay, that's what he told me. So I'll go into that next time. And I'll get that from my father, because it's kind of interesting to know that, because I don't know. Yeah, there's been people talking about reptilians, just not good stuff. And it's probably good to know about that. Yeah, just understand it. Because a lot of what happens in lower astral happens here. It's like, with abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse, that comes into our realm very easily. Wonder how people are like, they're fine one day and they're nuts the next day. It affects from lower astral. They attach themselves to whoever they can. So, to understand that is to heal it. It's not friendly stuff. But we came here to not judge, came here to heal the world and to understand it. It's a rough town. This is a rough, it's like an old west, it's like the old west. It's worse than that, dark ages world, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's the headache planet. Any words on that? Some souls don't like talking about this planet. They're afraid that will attack them. And they're not on this world. It's like, geez. Some are afraid of this place. Jail, wonder why? Aliens, yeah. Four beings are scared of it too. Yeah, in some respects, because we're not seeing the whole picture here. You don't see exactly what's here. You only see humans here going through the insanity. Well, what's causing that? Nothing good. So anyway, for him, yeah, sending dad to the light, basically just send light to attention light, ask for positive intentions for Yeshua to bring assistance, basically just, and he's willing to go and just send positive energies, basically. Give him time. It's going to take time. Not fully, I mean, are you really fully healed? Well, you're better than you were here. He didn't commit suicide or anything. He just, I think his body gave out on a lot of stuff he probably shouldn't have been doing. And loss of faith in life. He was very angry at himself. He just took an exit point, basically. Basically, I think his body just shut down. But he had so much negativity. He's like, it's better I get out of here. I screwed up enough. I screwed enough people over. I don't need to be here anymore. I've done enough. So, so with him, let's see. Now, obviously, the angelic realms are very forgiving. They're just, you go in there and say, I was a bad person. Don't worry about it. Just come on in. That's what I'm saying there. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Just come on in. And there's no weather there. I mean, it's perfect. And all your wounds or whatever it is, I believe a lot of people cross over and they still have their physical looks until they're ready to let go of them. Now, some might instantly let it go. Some might hold on to it. Wrinkles, everything. You hold on to this earth for a while. If you're not fully ready to let it go, some are probably like, let it go right now. But most are, you go through counseling. Either way, you feel nothing but love. It's like you feel nothing but acceptance. No one's out to get you. Only person you bring your negativity with you, and that is the haunting. Is just your own stuff that I have not let go of. And sometimes you need to go through that stuff. It's like, if you need to be in pain, be in pain. You need to, I mean, they're just gonna let you. It's like drain all of this earth stuff out of you. It's like, it feels like some people bring that stuff over. Yeah, I think so. Not everybody, but some do. If you're a victim, you always being a victim. You play the victim role all the time. You're gonna bring that over. Eventually, they'll let it go. Some people don't let go of that stuff ever. It seems like victim mentality is like it's like a drug. It's like and judgment too. I believe that's the same thing. A lot of females are involved with that. Some males too, but mostly some males are very good at judging. That's for sure. But females are very good at judging too. And the victim mentality is just, some just can't. It's like an addiction. They can't let it go. And you can technically say we're all victims here of our own stupidness. But it feels like some that go to the other side don't just hold on to it. From what I feel, it's their choice. And yeah, nothing. I mean, the other side is perfect, but it's not without its problems. It still has, especially after you come out of this world, you still have your demons. I don't think they fully wash away. You gotta let that. This is why some souls that are connected to this earth still struggling with. They're on the other side, but still struggling. So I don't believe they connect with everybody on the other side. They connect to who they need to. But they're kind of isolated. Kind of, yes. They have angels around them, guides around them, loved ones around them. But some of them just can't let go of this world. It's like an addiction. And it's painful. Even on the other side, some of them just, from what my perspective is, they can't let go. takes a while. And then they go into, or part of them goes into our astral, wherever it is. Some need to explore that. So even on the other side, you can, because I don't think that, you don't really, when you leave this world, obviously your emotions are, all that's emotion. So, and it's very intense. That's what makes us who we are. And so these emotions are very, they sometimes can let go, sometimes they can't. It all depends on the soul. But I am seeing the heaviest one is victim, probably others, but victim is huge. Jeez. That is. Now, some have let go of, what's happened to them, and some just don't let go. Amazing. So, like in a situation like that, it feels like they're in a, they're not giving me a clear image of that. I believe it's quite big of a number there. They just go through like spiritual rehabilitation. It has a lot to do with the souls here. They're helping that person cross over. Some souls get stuck for a long time here. And so I believe some of them are in kind of like a chamber of some kind, but they're free to do whatever they want. But they're still not letting go. It's like, I'm on the other side. I'm having beer with my friends because I don't need beer, but I have beer anyway. But still, part of them is still stuck on the world. So I imagine even some addictions are fed there too. Overeating or whatever it might be. Some might feel like they need to eat because they're so used to it, obviously. Some are just like, I'm glad I don't have to eat that shit anymore. It's like, I think some are just, wow, it's like, I don't have to eat that crap anymore. God, I don't know how I did it. I'm probably one of those. I don't know how we eat this food here. Sometimes you have to eat, but it's like, tired of it all. I'd rather go out with no food. My body won't let me do that. And the stress level and everything. So, all right, that's a part of the Angelic realms. I talked way too long. Well, long enough. I'm probably going longer, but I think I need to take a rest. But that is my perception of the Angelic realm. That's one version, obviously. Everyone has their own way of looking at things, but I do see those that in addiction and other situations that just don't let go of this world. So that's where we come in here, help them heal and cross over. Because it's like if they have a beef with healing wasn't done here. That's why forgiveness is so powerful. So, they're on the other side. They're doing whatever that is they need to do. But they still have a part of them here that's still causing them difficulties, for my sake. It's not as perfect. It's perfect, but not as perfect. You think it comes. You think you can go wherever. You hear everything. You're not going crazy because you hear everything. Somebody mentions you go right there to them. Ask about your grandmother here and their grandmother's right here. All of a sudden, it's very easy to transport yourself and easy to manifest what you want too. So anyway. All right, I'll leave you with that. Blessings. And that's that's how I see it. There's more, but that's good enough right now. Take care. Much love.